Why do people take the outcome of presidential elections personally? When a huge presidential election like one between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris happens, a lot of Americans get really emotional about the results. Now, this happens for several reasons, including how people see themselves politically, how their friends and family think, how the media influences them, and how election results affect their daily lives. Now, let's face it, a lot of people identify strongly with their political parties, like Democrats or Republicans, and their beliefs shape how they see the world. So when a person's party wins an election, they feel validated, like their views are right. And when the opposing party wins, it can feel like a personal attack on their values. For example, if someone is a Democrat and Trump, a Republican, wins, the Democrats might feel upset because it's like their beliefs have been rejected. Then again, politics can become a big topic among families, friends, relatives, or in the workplace. People may talk about elections or share their views with others, so when the election results are in, it doesn't just affect the person who voted. It can affect the entire social group. If someone's candidate loses, they might feel disconnected or even alienated from the people around them, which can make the loss feel even worse. The news outlets and social media often focuses on dramatic, biased coverage that can make things seem more intense than they really are. Some media sources only show stories that support one side, which makes people feel like their side is right and the other side is wrong. This can cause anger or disappointment when the wrong candidate wins, especially if they've only been hearing one side of the story. So if someone supports a candidate because they care about certain issues like climate change or healthcare reform, the outcome of the election will influence their life. If the person they voted for loses, they might worry that the changes they want will never happen or that things could get worse for them or their community. It's understandable why people will feel upset when their candidate loses because it doesn't match their expectations. This feeling is called cognitive dissonance, and it happens when reality doesn't line up with what they were hoping for. So to deal with this discomfort, people might get even more upset or defensive about their beliefs. Also, when people support a political party, they often feel like they're part of a group. A loss just doesn't feel like a personal disappointment. It can feel like a failure for the whole group. This can make the loss feel even more personal and hard to accept. So again, why do people take presidential elections so personal? Well, it's because their political identity is tied to their values. Their social connections are affected by the results. The media shapes how they see things. Policies from the election can directly impact their lives. And their psychological need to belong to a group makes losing feel worse. All of these factors come together to make election outcomes feel very personal for many Americans. So what do you think? Should Americans take the outcome of the election personal? Let me know in the comments.